What you are about to hear signals a possible turning point in one of the most dangerous conflicts in Europe today, and it's unfolding faster than many expected. Before we go any further, subscribe now if you want clear, serious analysis of global power shifts without noise or exaggeration. Over the past hours, US President Donald Trump has confirmed what he describes as very good talks with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, following a high-level meeting on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. The discussion lasted roughly an hour, and by Trump's own account, it was productive. His words were measured, but the implication was clear: momentum is building. At the center of this effort is Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, who has expressed optimism that a deal to end the war in Ukraine may be within reach. Witkoff is expected to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin at the Kremlin, signaling that Washington is actively engaging both sides at the highest levels. According to Trump, there is a shared desire to bring the war to an end. That statement alone marks a notable shift in tone. Witkoff has suggested that negotiations have narrowed to a single unresolved issue. He did not spell it out publicly, but recent discussions have focused on the future of Ukraine's industrial heartland in Donbas. One proposal reportedly under consideration involves transforming the region into a demilitarized, free economic zone paired with security guarantees for Kyiv. If accurate, this would represent a significant compromise framework, though one fraught with political and strategic risks. The argument from the US side appears straightforward. If both Moscow and Kyiv genuinely want a solution, then the problem is, in theory, solvable. That optimism, however, contrasts sharply with conditions on the ground. As these talks were unfolding, President Zelensky was traveling through the night to reach Davos after initially canceling the trip to manage the aftermath of Russian strikes on Kyiv's power infrastructure. Large parts of the capital remain without heating, water, or electricity during one of the harshest winters since the full-scale invasion began. Thousands of apartment blocks are still affected. These realities underline why timing matters. Kyiv has been watching Washington closely, particularly amid concerns that Trump's recent disputes with European NATO allies, including tensions over Greenland, might divert attention away from Ukraine. Zelensky himself has acknowledged that a US-backed plan to end the war is largely complete, estimating it to be about 90% ready, while also making clear that Ukraine's position on Donbas differs fundamentally from Russia's. What emerges from all of this is a fragile but serious diplomatic push. The talks are no longer abstract. They involve concrete proposals, direct engagement with Moscow, and a narrowing set of unresolved questions. Whether this effort leads to peace or stalls under the weight of competing demands will depend on decisions made in the coming days, not months. For now, one thing is certain: the direction of the war may be entering a decisive phase, and the consequences will extend far beyond Ukraine's borders.